Welcome to the Binge Eater podcast. Your boy, the South Spouse, the Donnie, dripping the farrow of flavor. I'm here with Big Lynch. And guess who? The oldest guy on the podcast, Donnie Duckets. How old are you?
I'm 37 for 2 more hours.
Wow.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Officially.
No, you're not. You're actually 38 in a couple hours?
Yeah.
Bro, I have a fight in 3 weeks. I can't be doing mushrooms tonight.
Sorry.
I can't be doing mushrooms tonight.
You don't have a choice.
Yo! That's so
like, what's your birthday food? Do you have like a birthday standard meal that you go for, or you don't care about that?
No, I don't care.
You like to get sucked on your birthday or anal?
I don't. Yes. I don't give a about birthdays. I've never really been big on my own birthday.
Sure, yeah, me neither.
So I
I do respect a good meal on my birthday, though. That's all I actually care about is one good meal for my birthday. That's it.
Yeah, I don't hold back. I'm fortunate in that I don't hold back on anything. Like I buy myself all the time, and I eat good meals whenever I want. And
so you're buying yourself a knife tomorrow?
I bought myself.
No, he bought himself a flashlight.
I bought myself a geeky flashlight.
He just got in the flashlight game. That's the Baton.
How much
3.
is that flashlight you got there? What is that?
That's $100 flashlight. It's the Baton 3. It's got a 2-sided clip on it. My man got the aluminum built body. It's actually got a proximity sensor in the front. So if you pull it up, 2,500 lumens. And if you go close to the wall, it'll actually dim on its own. It's got 3 settings. It's got a strobe setting. My man told me all this just now. Guys, I wish you could see it. Sexy little shiny green flashlight. Is there anything I missed, by the way?
You called it the Baton 3, but it's called the Baton 3 Pro Max.
Oh,
I was close. The reason why I took that in so hard is Donnie's a really big knife guy. And then he pulled out this flashlight, and I was like, nah, let me be the flashlight guy.
So do you dual wield with your knife? Like, do you take a knife and hold it at the same time to make sure you got...
That's like, sick. Do you know how to hold a flashlight and a knife together? Because I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil 4.
Is there a technique for that?
Yeah, flashlight in your mouth.
Oh,
that kind of works.
Sure.
But if a Ganados like runs at you, you don't want to knock your teeth out.
No, you guys talk about knives like it's some fucking tactical situation here.
Yeah, we're talking about like you're being attacked by 8 creatures.
Yeah.
You have to have
and
your
I'm
knife
saying
ready.
like I like knives because I'm an outdoorsman, and you guys are
but you're not gonna.
But
like,
what if the
take your knife
Yakuza walks in?
So you never took a knife out and like stood like you were a Yakuza or about to be in a knife fight or something? You never did that?
No, and I hate that. My dad does that. Every time he picks up one of my knives, he's like, you could kill someone with this thing. I'm like, put it down. I cut pickles and birch bark with it. Put it down.
One of the last times I saw your dad, actually, like a fight had happened, and your dad was like, "Did you get involved? You let those guys jump that guy?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Why don't you grab a knife and stab one of them?" And I was like, "Oh." That thought didn't even cross my mind. This is also like 20 years ago.
Yeah. I just had a vision of Donnie with his knife and a light in one hand, and it's pitch black, and he just murked like 10 dudes that came after Harley and I while we're hanging out in the podcast studio. And Donnie's just like, "Don't worry, I got this." The shadow man with the skin.
The Benadryl Boy.
The Benadryl Boy with and all you see is the light on the blade.
The flashlight strobing, and like bodies just keep hitting the ground as the strobe's coming. I'm doing like Kill Bill fucking split flips.
Yeah. I don't know what song's in the background, but it's
Roy Orbison in Dreams.
No, it's like that's not bad. That's not bad.
Donnie suggested that as a walkout song, actually. We can't play it, but if you guys want, put up Roy Orbison in Dreams. And I seriously considered that. I did think that was an excellent suggestion.
I think it would be good. I think it's eerie, kind of.
So you don't do a birthday dinner? See, me personally?
No, I actually...
Guaranteed steak, guaranteed. Like, I have to have, like, steak.
Steak is such a basic
fries.
thing. I can make steak better than any restaurant.
I have very specific and weird birthday requests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And no one ever likes them.
Yeah.
So like ever since I was 30, a couple years before 30, but my mom made such a big deal of my 30th birthday. It truly did feel like my actual bar mitzvah. Like the day I was actually a man, you know, even though I had like owned a business for
And
5
for
years.
those who don't know this, Harley's bar mitzvah, very big deal. Like that was a banger event, big event, right?
So
there.
yeah, when you guys have bar mitzvahs, when I say you guys, I mean the Jews. There's usually a theme. It could be basketball, it could be hockey, it could be Looney Tunes,
Skateboarding.
it could be Batman. There's always a theme, and the party planner likes to make a bar mitzvah theme for the party, and it's just how they do it. The theme for mine was Harley, me. That
Kinda
was
like-
the theme. Like you went in there and there was
we should have known
Yeah.
at that point.
and if you went to the party
By the way,
store-
that theme stuck for the next 25
Yeah, for a
years.
while, yeah.
yeah, hey guys, okay. That's how you feel. Okay, so
yeah.
if you go to this party
Oh,
store,
that's how you feel.
You're
We're
right.
just stuck
This is-
watching it.
what's this podcast really about? Are you
We're
ambling?
changing the name
me right
immediately to Harley and other people.
Tell them I
That's
tried.
Yeah, he tried. We got a few messages about it.
Harley
Like,
Mornstein.
guys,
and-
it's gotta
Donnie
be
was
called the
down with
Harley
it though.
Mornstein
Donnie was
Show.
down with it too.
Yeah,
The Harley Mornstein and Friends podcast.
Yeah, let's do it. If you know what, for
Harley
your birthday,
Mornstein
I'm
and
just a
cousin
big
and
for
friend.
your next
Garfield
birthday,
fan.
we'll do it.
Wait, so if you go to this party store where I got my bar mitzvah stuff, what was really ugly about it is that you go to this party store, which was a party store that lots of people went to, and there was a book there at the front by the cash, and you kind of do flip through it when you're bored, and it's just the people who have had their bar mitzvahs, and what's ugly is there's a picture of 13-year-old me looking like mad tall, skinny, long neck, little head, bleached blonde tips, standing fucking dumb in a suit that's fucking dumb, and behind me is just a million balloons that say Harley. And
You
it
fucking-
existed there for years. Like I was going, like when I'm like whole ass 16-year-old, 3 years later, might as well have been 2 lifetimes blazed now. Like I'm hoping that the people I'm with when we went to try on masks before Halloween for fun, that no one touches that book and goes to page 4 where you're going to see my dumb ass. And there's no question because it says Harley behind me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's no mistaking.
We actually need the reference footage we can put up in this clip of you. Like I'm sure you performed. I have this vague recollection of you.
I have bar
performing.
mitzvah. I have a clip from the TV show. It's a really funny
You do?
clip. Yeah, it's one of my favorite clips from the TV show.
Okay, throw that up. All right, Donnie, throw that up. But were you doing it in a performance? I have this recollection of you doing a performance for some reason. Did you do some type of
Yeah, and that's in
variety
there.
show?
Yeah, that's in there.
You were dancing.
Yeah, I danced till I'm like dancing to MC Hammer and stuff. Well, we're actually going to play the clip. Everyone's going to see it. But yeah, why did I do that? Because the theme was me. So you got a live performance from me. I was like a 16-year-old girl, like the cunty mean girl, sweet 16 girl, performing a terrible song in front of everyone, except I was mad sick and people loved it. Like these people got some pre-sauce boss, and I see Donnie over there hating. Bro, shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up with your eyes right now. But I have to. I want to show
know the exact type of dancing you were doing, where it was like, it was ironically
jumping.
bad on purpose.
Yeah.
And, like going for things you have no business going for.
Yeah, but not
Some-
like I didn't do
somehow
like
pulling it
I didn't
off.
do like the sprinkler or things like that. I didn't do I had like exclusive moves that people were like really curious about. Anyways, guys, listen. On my birthday, other than the 30th, which I was just like, hey, now I definitely don't like my birthdays. I feel, and this actually makes so much sense with everything we're just talking about, actually. I didn't even put those together, but what I've been wanting to say for the last couple of minutes actually hits harder now. Every day is about me. So on my birthday, I actually don't want to celebrate my birthday as my birthday present. I want everyone to think it's like a regular day. And if you have some shit to bother me with, don't. Not on my birthday.
Right.
And I'm just going to pretend that it's a regular nothing day. And I've been doing this the last couple of years. My mom hates it because she needs to know the dinner and where I want to go. I'm just like, I don't want that shit. Like, if you guys really want, you could pull up and like maybe grab some food and you could pull up here and we could do it. But no one wants to do that. And I kind of like what I'd rather do is, and I do like a good dinner. And when I go and I do it, I'm happy. But ideally, what I'd really like is like, and now it comes back to it's all about me, is like, I want everyone on call. if you actually, it's not even about me. Like, because if you don't want to come, that's fine. But like, I'm gonna hit you up and be like, yeah, I know it's late. It's 8:30. You're probably finishing dinner yourself now, but I've decided I'm gonna go get some Chinese food if you want to come for my birthday. If not, it's okay. And I've been in places where I've celebrated my birthday alone, and I get like calls from friends or family that are like, how you doing, bro? You okay? Alone on your birthday? And I'm like, yeah, bro, it's pretty sick. I've been jerking off in my own belly button for like 4 hours straight. No one here but a ghost than me.
Jerking off on Vyvanse.
Yeah, the key to the birthday is you get like
what do you get?
Like, you get small wins, you know, like it's, you don't get to, like, we're old enough, you don't get to celebrate big time, you know. I mean, some people do. It was never my thing personally,
lame,
but I do get to have the like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Actually, that's my birthday. Like, oh
yeah,
that candy right there, that's mine. I'm gonna eat that for sure. Like,
yeah. You're like, hey, I'm like, the birthday boy.
Oh,
you know that's
tonight.
Me.
5 Diet Cokes at dinner. That's okay. That's mine. I got.
Bro,
dude,
trust me. You don't want to be my girlfriend on my birthday, dog. Trust me, you don't want that.
It's funny though. I was saying the other day, I was like, 31. 31 is the first birthday that nobody gives a shit about. Like even your parents don't call you on your 31st birthday. That's like, it's like the very first year of your life that everyone's like, too fucking bad.
It's your 29th birthday for the rest of your life.
If you want to go and celebrate your younger birthdays again, you just got to do what this guy Brian Johnson does, man. Have you seen this guy?
No.
This guy's been tripping me out for a couple of weeks now. It was like all over the
Don't tell me he's in Thailand with
No. This is this guy
with
like
Dr. Disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
That's who I'm boxing, Creator Clash 3.
This tech entrepreneur who wants to reverse his his biological age.
Okay.
By spending $2 million a year on his health. And like,
oh yeah, you told me about this guy.
Sorry, what's his name? What's his name?
His name's Brian Johnson.
Okay.
I'll send you a link.
I know
and
David
how old
Sinclair.
is he again?
He is, let's see here, hold on.
Because I saw his picture and he looked like
he's 45 years old.
He looked 45 years old.
He's 45 years old.
He looked it, doesn't he?
You know, my thing is there's another guy I see talking about like the sort of anti-age, you know, biohacking, how to anti-age.
Yeah, Dr. Huge.
No, not him. Not him. Another guy. And I always find they look just so fucking weird. Like every time I take in their picture, I'm like, okay, but you do look like your age, you know? But
yeah.
He's saying
it's
that
a cellular age
regimen, he's like, oh, my lung capacity and physical endurance is one of an 18-year-old.
Oh, like if he did, what's that test called?
Your VO max, yeah.
VO2 max, whatever. And he's like,
nice.
the heart rate,
Donny, Reddit, yeah.
the heart of a 37-year-old and the skin of a 28-year-old. And I'm like, bro.
Bro, I'll tell you right now, the heart of a 37-year-old's not that good. I'll tell you right now.
Like, obviously, it's like, skin of a 28-year-old. Like, who's measure? How does he measure this? Like, what's going on here?
So you could do,
to be honest, he does
cellular age,
but he does look like a 45-year-old man with a pretty great body, and I guess his skin does look like that of a 20-year-old, but he still looks 45 though. What is this green fit he's wearing here where he looks like he's like it's the base clothing in a single player Japanese RPG game? Like you start off wearing this shirt. What is this?
Listen, he's got to also, I wonder, like they you know, they didn't rate the fits. They weren't like, he also got the style of an 18-year-old.
Why is he so he looks like wet, his skin, like it's so moist?
Because he's probably applying the most amount of product.
Honestly, so I'll tell you what. The problem with that pursuit is that it's has like an inverse payoff. It's like, by definition of this goal, it's a moving goalpost every day. Every day he gets older and wants to be younger. He has to work twice as fucking hard. It's like, you're not,
that's
when
why
are you
it's
going to enjoy
milk.
but when are you going to like enjoy it? When you're like just chasing the next fucking nucleopeptide injection or whatever?
Would you ever? So I've always.
No, I hear you. It makes sense.
Would you ever go and like be one of those people, because you could do a version of this where you do like full body scans and blood work and do like versions of like testing yourself preemptively for a lot of stuff. I feel like most people are conditioned though to not want to know that information. Like it's like going to the doctor. I'd say most people are not like, yay, let me go to the doctor and check out this like thing I got on my arm. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it depends on the person. I would definitely get something checked.
Yeah, the most I've gone to the doctor is like when I'm single and I wake up sweating.
I bet.
I book. I do that. And like I'll hit them up and they're like, "What's wrong? What do you got?" I'm like, "Nothing. I got nothing. I'm good. I might be good, but I would like to see you, I guess, in like 14 days if we give it like 7 days incubation.
You get like
or whatever." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "You just should have where we met and what like you just should have. It was not
like that was way too easy."
You're like, how much penicillin?
The room,
do you have?
It's the way the room smells right now.
That's
smells like a penny.
That's gross.
That was me. I like to stay clean. Doing
I'm
them.
sure, yeah. Hold on. You like to risk it all and then worry about the consequences later. Is what you're trying to say?
I need to tell you something that was said to me once.
Oh, okay, sure.
We did it, and I was there, but she was just like, because we didn't use protection. She was like, "I'm good, but you might want to rinse." Because I was kind of basking in the juice, letting the air dry it into a crusty film. This is disgusting. What's happening? Yeah. But yeah, I did lay there, and she was like, "I'm good, but you might want to rinse." I was like, "The fuck you mean rinse?" What do you mean rinse?
Take a quick shower.
You may want to rinse at the cellular level on the inside of your urethra.
I booked the thing right away. What do you mean? I booked an appointment right away. I was there like, why? I'm like,
you don't actually get all your answers right away. You may have to wait a few months before.
No, I know, but they were like, why are you booking an appointment? I was like, she told me I need a rinse.
You called the doctor?
Yeah, so I think I should come see you. And they're like, "Wow." I'm like, she said she's good, but I might want to rinse. So
maybe Maybe that was her way of telling you that your balls stink and that you're laying there with them in the wind.
That's true, yeah.
Like,
she's like, you might want to rinse.
She's like, oh,
yourself.
You should take a shower every once in a while.
Yeah.
And you're like, was me the whole time.
Yeah, and you're like, this.
Hey, I never said that. No. The room smell was me the whole time.
Back to Brian Johnson. Would you spend $2 million? Like, is that something you'd do?
No, if I was LeBron James, I would do it how he does it, to like maximize.
You would just keep moving your headband up.
He does all the oxygen chambers and stuff. I would do that. I think if I was rich, I'm not saying I would use it all the time, but I would like to imagine that I would have one of those like $6,000 ice baths in my backyard. I'd have a sauna 100%, a steam room 100%. I'd invest in stuff like that. I'd have that oxygen chamber. I'd have a massage table with a massage room, like we're playing fucking Sims with cheat codes right now. Like, yeah, if I had the money,
you'd also have a smoke out room where you just hotbox it constantly.
Yeah, and I'd have a smoker room too.
Just constantly.
I'll pay a guy, and they could do it in shifts. But every time I go in that smoking room, there is a stoned guy there, maybe one or two, and they look at me and they hold out the joint when I open the door, and I'm like, "What's up? You good?"
It'd be so funny if you like decide to just clean it up for a couple of weeks. And you go in there, and they're in bad shape now. You haven't been there in a while.
No, they got shifts. Like someone could come in from midnight till 8 a.m.
Yeah, but you locked the door last time.
Someone could come in from midnight to 8 a.m. like 7 days in a row, and I just not blazing those times. They don't see me, but they still have to come and keep blazing. Like if I open the door, there has to be something lit.
Yeah, it's like the Olympic torch. It can never go out.
I kind of had those people hired, kind of. It was almost like that at one point.
Yeah, we should name names.
Definitely almost like that.
Better, actually.
Better.
It was better.
I'm surprised to know that there was less drinking and more of that going on.
Because it's funny because Harley, if Harley actually drank as much as like the Sauce Boss character, he would essentially just turn into shoe nice like very quickly.
I'm already shoe nice.
Like Harley plus booze is fucking shoe nice.
Thank y'all.
Instead of eating
should
epic
break-
meals,
actually,
he'd be
that's a
eating
guess.
fucking paper plates and shit.
If we want to get destroyed, we got to bring Shoe Nice on here. Actually, I just let him murk us because he would. He went on PK and he was like, "This looks like a lesbian book reading club."
Okay, somebody actually fucking dropped that comment the other day I saw, and I didn't get the context until now.
It was Shoe Nice.
So good. Now,
Speaking of comments,
do you guys eat food in your bed? Like in
No.
fuck no.
Wow. Okay, so I guess this product's not for you. But I thought maybe it'd have some utility for Donnie because I was.
Do you eat in your bed?
No, I'm not into it. But my significant other is willing to eat in bed, and it actually drives me fucking crazy.
I hate it.
I won't risk even one crumb.
The crumb, or even having like a dish next to where I'm sleeping.
Oh yeah.
At some
Like
level, it's
waking up next to a fucking puddle of soy sauce or something.
The best I could do is two glasses can hang out there for a bit if they want to on my side table, but that's about it.
You know what it is?
One to spit, one to swallow.
I'm like a dirty guy, you know.
No, not you.
You guys remember what I was saying like 2 minutes ago?
Definitely not.
I don't like that. I hate that, and I don't like someone else eating in my bed. You know.
So there is
I don't
dirty
even
and messy are two different things.
Yeah.
Can I say
dirty and
something?
messy.
I want to say
eating
I
in
want to
bed
say
is
something.
both.
I want to say something sexist.
Dirty and
Hold on, I want to
messy.
say something sexist. Let me. I want to say something sexist.
Sure. Okay.
Eating in bed is a woman thing to do.
Oh, sure.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Because you guys don't eat in bed, and I don't. And when I think about the people that I remember right now at this moment that have eaten in the bed in my past, they were women. So I'm gonna
My
say
girlfriend
eating in
would
bed is some
definitely-
woman shit.
My girlfriend would definitely eat in the bed if I let her. But she knows to not even try. But which sounds super abusive now
You
that
let
I
it-
say it
you
out loud.
let it-
Okay, Donnie.
But no,
guess
she
what else
knows
to
it would just freak me out. But she totally would if I wasn't.
You let her
there.
eat in the bed, she let you beat in the bed.
People want to know all about eating food in their bed because I think this is something that people do. And one of my favorite videos of all time, and I wanted to make this as a meal, and we never came through on it, was
You know what? There's certain
breakfast
things
in
I'll-
bed. Breakfast in bed.
That's
But we
weak.
actually bring a hot stove, and Harley is lying in bed, and the whole meal is just cooked while he's in bed. He's
Breakfast
cooking
in
up
bed
ready
is
to get.
definitely the most overrated thing. It's like I want to get up. I've been in here for fucking 9 hours already. Let me like get on my feet. Why do I want to eat on my chest like a slob?
Yeah. As a kid, I loved the idea of having cereal in bed because that's like where my TV was.
Sketchy.
Bro, I've done the fucking Dennis Reynolds drive-in cereal many times. My ex
What's
thought
that?
it was so crazy. Like I would wake up in the morning and I would get ready for work, and then I would pour a bowl of cereal with milk and a spoon, and I would drive to work eating it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I've
I've
done
never
it.
done that in my life. Never
I've-
wanted to do that in my
I've
life.
done it
I'd rather
many
show up to
times.
work. I'd rather show up to work a cereal bowl late.
Bro, it's actually it's
Like,
it sounds
you also-
ridiculous, but
Were
it,
you also smoking a
worked.
cigarette while you were doing it? Because that
No.
would be next level.
I don't
See, people
touch
do
That person
I don't touch
exists,
stuff.
though. That person exists.
That's actually some of the I always am fascinated when I see someone. You don't see as much anymore because people don't really smoke as much anymore. But when someone like take a bite of something, or like, and like
Oh,
drag
and,
of a
like, take a
cigarette,
drag
and then
with the
like
food in their
drink
mouth?
their like soda all in one thing. And we had some previous drama on this show because I happen to like sometimes wash my food down with soda if I'm eating. You know?
I'm not against
Oh,
that.
did you get that, Donnie? You do that too?
Yeah. I
You
don't
take a
do
bite
it.
of your burger. You take a bite of your burger and like bite it twice, and all the burgers in there, and then you'll suck your straw. Your
that's
soda.
that's not how I operate bite
Not how
by
it
bite,
goes.
but I'm definitely doing that at some point in the meal.
Yeah.
What do you
It's
mean?
also not
How-
the fresh
like-
bite. It's not
No,
the
no.
fresh bite.
This
You're
guy
wrong.
literally bites, takes 2 chews, and then like is sucking the straw.
That's not true. You're talking about me?
Yeah.
You're lying.
I have it literally locked in my
if
memory. Seeing
if
it.
I have a mouthful of
Possible.
food that I think might be a slightly dicey swallow, I'll totally pump a little fucking Sprite in there to kind of just grease the wheels.
Yeah.
No, you're
That's
lying,
nothing wrong
Lynch.
with that.
You're lying, Lynch.
I'm
You're
not.
lying, Lynch. You're
I'm
lying.
not.
You're lying.
No.
I'm joking. I was doing character work there, by the way. I honestly, I remember of you just biting it.
You're a liar.
I'm doing a person.
Continue.
You bit a burger, and I thought you like chewed it like twice, and then you're sucking a straw.
You bit a burger.
It's the way you're not saying correctly in this whole thing.
I
happen to eat. Sometimes I eat so fast that I don't.
Oh, it's because you're fast eating, not because you're fast drinking when you're not done eating.
I don't take 20 bites. It's like a 3-bite situation.
But you're such a fast eater. It sounds like you need to be eating fast if you want to drink that fast.
There's like the cuts in my eating and drinking. They overlap because of my speed. I'm on like 2x speed right now, and there's no cut between the two. It's like I'm eating, drinking. Everything's happening really fast.
I saw you eat on this podcast.
Yeah,
I don't. I actually don't.
Like
I don't bounce back and forth like that.
Yeah, you eat things one at a time, like a yogi.
Like I'll eat like all my French fries, and then I'll eat that burger, and then I'll eat that burger, and then I will drink the drink. Like I don't do that. I don't go back to the drink back and forth really.
So you're a guy that's open
after.
to new experiences. I say, give it a shot. Have a little sip.
I don't think you should be doing that though.
Have a little sip halfway.
It's just like what you're so thirsty from what taking two bites
from the.
You don't like the taste of burger. You know what I do? You know when I do this? I can only think of one thing: the movie theater. When I have like 2 liters and I'm fucking popping off. Like, listen, if I got a spicy food,
look who's the liar now.
A 2 liter.
Oh, I'm at the movie theater. I'm telling you the exception. I don't sit here with the drink and food and like bite and then sip and then bite and then sip. I don't do that.
Me neither.
Like the drink chills.
Can we talk about
You said that the frequency between your drinking and your biting was so fast.
I'm saying
rapid
sometimes
fire.
The cut edits just don't always work together. It's like things are happening. I'm eating fries, eating burger. I don't sit around and place my meal and put my fries over here.
It's just there's
over here.
I don't know. No, they do that. No, they do that.
Settling.
Actually, the waiter does that. The waiter does that. No, the chef puts the food where the food goes, and then they put it in front of me. And I'm telling you, I don't sit there and hold my drink up. I don't hold my drink up while I'm eating. I'm like,
Me neither.
Sounds like you do.
My drink.
Sounds like you do.
No, my drink takes a break. I'm just saying.
My drink takes a break.
Overlap.
My drink can leave and take 5. That's what I'm saying.
Honestly,
like I'm good. I'm having a moment with my food.
When I catch you, I'm posting it to all of our accounts. I can't wait. I'm gonna be like, look at this fucking.
I don't even want to get into that. You're not supposed to drink while eating, but you guys both know that, right? You know that they're two separate. They're two separate endeavors, truthfully, and they're not supposed to be mixed. I didn't even want to have to get into that because you could live your life however you want, but just don't live it out here acting like I'm the crazy one, bro. Okay.
Okay.
Better for you if you eat, and then you drink.
We're in a poll.
Do you remember when we were kids?
Ask Keemstar to run the poll.
I'm going to, because Twitter is the most accurate place to run polls, honestly.
Remember when we were kids and you would be at a restaurant with your parents and you would order a soft drink, and then
never allowed.
And then you would kind of have this battle between drinking it right now and saving it for when the meal gets there. If it was a place that didn't have free refills or something.
For context to everyone listening, by the way, just for context, sorry to interrupt. In Canada, like free refills was not common at all. It still isn't common everywhere, and most restaurants definitely did not hook up free refills. So every time you got a drink, at the time it was like $2, which is like $4.50 now. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So imagine a drink's like just under $5 and you're out with your family, you're not going to order 2 or 3 $5 fucking drinks. So you would get one.
You got to do.
And you would drink. You would just try to hang on. Like you would hope to have a third of it left by the time your food came.
Yeah. I had tactics for that because I really wasn't allowed to order soft drinks. My parents were like very much like get the food, but like every once in a while you get one. And because they're like, we're not going to spend $4 on soda.
No, but it's because we're like together. It's like we're there, and like me, you, and like another one of our cousins are all,
So
and then
I'm
maybe
allowed
someone
now.
pulled that trigger, and there's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
then I'm
but he
allowed.
did it. So me too.
And what I would do is, back in the day, you just like unlock this. The funniest thing is, I would do the like, you'd like have put a finger on the straw and take a little sip and like stop.
Yeah, the corner.
And then like drop it in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
that.
just, like,
lift it up and drop it. I thought
No,
you were doing like
both.
make a
I do
vacuum.
I do
Make a
both. You do like a
vacuum.
little sliver. It's like opening your can of soda, like a sliver, like the smallest amount, and just like slowly sipping it. When you're like a little kid, you're like, I'm gonna savor this at camp as long as possible because it's the only soda I'm getting for like a week.
Yeah,
times, man.
I was not allowed to get sodas as well, just because they were expensive, and I also just had no control. I would get it and like drink it in a second, and then be like, I need another one.
Yeah.
But you know what
This
made
is
me
why-
sad?
You really do, though.
You know
You
what
really
the first
do
thing
need
in
another one.
Yeah, you do. You know what really made me sad, like growing up, and this is where I was like, well, maybe I don't want to be a man. Maybe I don't want to be a straight man. Did you hear that
Mission
whistle, by the way?
accomplished.
But like, it was growing up, I thought Shirley Temples were fire.
They are, though.
And then
They
I just
still are.
found out, I know, but I'm just saying back then, I just like found out like that's not what dudes do. And I was like, well, then maybe I don't want to be a dude. And Shirley Temples are the first thing where I was like, I remember that. Probably after that, it was like,
You're like, I'm going to
toys.
have to quit.
And then after that, it was like toys. And look at me now. I was sipping on Shirley Temples. I got all these
Dude,
toys, and I get
honestly,
fucked in my bum.
Shirley Temple.
That's a joke, by the way. I don't. And also, there's nothing wrong with that. What?
Sweet.
Huh?
What'd you
Toys
say?
is us. Oh, we're doing it again. Toys is a
Grenadine
funny
with
thing.
ginger ale or grenadine with 7 Up?
What? So who?
Toys is a funny one for me. I remember having a weird fucking moment. I was probably 11 years old. And when I was a kid, I had one of those beds that's like a wooden kind of bed frame with the 3 drawers in the side. Remember that? Like kid's bed with the 3 drawers?
Yeah.
And I had just mad shit in there. I had like G.I. Joes and fucking Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters and all kinds of.
Sounds right.
And I just remember opening the drawer and like I picked them up and was like, they mean nothing to me. It was like it felt like it was an overnight metamorphosis where I was just like, I took them out of the drawer and I was like, this is stupid shit.
If you were
That
friends
I
with me, I would have been
don't
like,
care about.
bro, give them to me.
Yeah, I
steal
wonder
a
what I
cigarette
did with
from
them.
my dad for you.
I think I probably like sold them in a garage sale or something. And yeah, fucking.
I bet you can get $15 for a couple of them now.
I remember selling them for 25 cents a piece. And this guy comes up to me with one, and I'm like sitting at a table at the garage sale. And I'm like, and he's like, how much is this? And I'm like, 25 cents. And he's like, I'll give you 10. And I was like, the fuck, dude?
You're like, I'm 9, and like, no.
Dude,
To be fair,
now that I'm saying
you
this-
you could have got 10 candies for that. You could have got 10 penny candies back.
now that
would've
I'm
been sick.
penny candies, we're not that fucking old. My dad has the best story ever. And it's funny because I just
Call
kind
him
of
up.
did the same
Let's
thing.
call him.
We should call him
Donnie
for this.
Senior.
He's having a garage sale. I don't even remember if it was his or if he was just at it, like one of his friends hosting it or his fucking parents or something. And there was like this ugly painting. It was not like an actual painting, but some sort of framed piece of shit, like Walmart kind of art. And the guy comes over to the table and he's like, how much is this? And my dad was like, $2. And the guy's like, I'll give you 50 cents. And my dad got up, grabbed it out of his hands, and broke it over his knee and threw it on the lawn. And was like, there, now you can't fucking have it at all.
Yeah.
That's
I
honestly,
can't believe he did
it's
Gary
the
Vee
right
like that. It's
response.
crazy.
Like
Yeah.
when you go here, it's because where we live, like the garage sale is like an exercise. Like that age group, a lot of them believe you are a sucker if you ever pay someone's first price. They don't believe that someone might be like, $2 is the lowest I would go.
Yeah.
Give me the $2 and take it out of here. They don't believe that person exists. So no matter what you say, they're going to negotiate that.
Yeah.
And like if he had said $5, that guy would have been like $2. And his dad would have been like, yeah, but your dad breaking it is actually appropriate.
Yeah. He was like, there you go.
Cool,
now it's
man.
fucking free.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And he's
know.
right for that. And what did that little fucking worm dweeb do when your dad showed him who's the fucking man? What did he do?
He kicked my dad's ass.
Then did they kick?
No, he totally fucking tucked tail and slunk away for sure. What's the response to that? You're kind of just like, I honestly don't know.
I swear to God,
I'd be like, that guy's crazy. I got to get out of here. Like,
no, but
I
the
would
story,
trust him.
that's for sure what he did. But the story's too old. But the best outcome would have been if the guy that it happened to was actually on my dad's side also. If he would have went like, you are correct, sir. Like,
thank you for that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what I would have tried to do is keep a very straight face and like pick up something else and be like, how much for this?
See how many he breaks.
I'll give you 50 cents for this. And then give it to him to let him break it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Donnie's dad actually was a legendary guy it's like one of those guys where it's like not Donnie's dad though. He'll fuck you up. Not Donnie's dad. It's one of those dads where it's like that's not the guy. That's not the guy you want to be playing around with.
I bet you his neck is thick as hell, bro.
He's
he took all the neck, didn't leave any for his son.
Yeah. Nothing for you.
I'm necklace and alone.
Did you guys know that like when was the last time you went to a baseball game?
I went to
probably when the Expos played.
Sure. Okay.
I went to a Yankees game, and when I was there, I got a big ass cup. Still have it in my kitchen, and it was like a huge cup with like 4 liters of soda, and it had this long ass straw, and they put on top of the drink, like this onion ring, French fry like cup that fit on the drink, and they like slid a big hot dog on the side. So it's like I had the drink with like the fries and the hot dog, and all the way at the top is still a straw that sips all the way through. So you're like sipping, and like you have your one device, so you have your free hand, and you're not.
This is why the terrorists hate us.
Oh, because we're winning.
Go on.
So I was just looking at this article that you shared here, and this is like, I am too weak right now to be looking at these pictures, bro.
What's happening? It's like
they're not giving a fuck.
No fucks given. It's exactly zero. I think
the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
So what do we got here?
It's called the boomstick burger, and it's here for this season. And I just saw this one picture. I'm like, this is actually just an epic meal, straight up. It's just like
it is.
It's like
2-foot long bun, big beef patty, like a beef patty that's like round like
that's
a
my
baseball
fucking
bat.
rap name, by the way.
It's like a baseball
like
bat.
Ignorant than that though. It comes with like it comes with like chili, nacho cheese, jalapeno. Like it's not even like a clean.
No, it's like a big slop. It's a big spicy sloppy Joe 24-inch burger, and the patty is not a patty. It's like a tube. It's like a baseball bat. I wonder how they cook it, and I wonder how much it. Oh, it's $34.99. Fire. And then they had a Flamin' Hot Cheetos pretzel. I am tired of Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
However, I would like a regular Cheetos pretzel. This exact same thing.
It's not even a good branding opportunity. Like, that's very 2015 already to be like, and it's Flaming Hot Cheetos. It's like, yeah, we know. We did know
actually, they're making a documentary about that, or they're making a show on like Amazon or Apple about, because you know the story behind that. It's like pretty epic. It's like a lot of lore behind the Flamin' Hot.
I didn't know that.
You
I
didn't
did
know
not know that.
No.
Oh, it's like it was created by like someone who worked, I think, for like Cheeto. Let me look this up. Sorry.
Created by Charles Flaming Hot.
No, this is like he was like the janitor or something. Hold on.
It's always the fucking janitor. Because those guys are like rummaging through drawers, stealing other people's ideas at night. And they're always like, oh,
whoa, you got it out for janitors, eh, bro?
Bro, I love janitors.
No, how do you really feel?
I think they're stealing ideas. I think they're the number one perpetrator of intellectual property fucking piracy is janitors. They got the keys to everyone's drawers and shit, and they're always coming up with all these crazy ideas.
I like janitors, bro. Maybe they're just listening to people and they're like, nah, they don't have it right. Maybe they're outside the meeting and they're like, that guy's an idiot.
They're like, how do you like them apples?
They overhear multiple conversations and they put the ideas together themselves.
Richard was a janitor for Frito-Lay, and then seems like he was promoted to a machinist operator or something like that, and then he brought a bunch of unflavored snacks and seasoned them with spices. He's like, damn, this is really fire. Delicious.
Literally.
He pitched it to the CEO and he delivered an in-person presentation, and that's all she wrote.
He pitched it to the CEO. He's like, picture this. It's a Cheeto, but it's hotter. They're like, you're a fucking genius. And to think a janitor had this idea.
Oh, damn.
To make it a little bit hotter.
Oh, man, there's actually like some...
It's a breakthrough.
Here.
I like regular Cheetos these days. What?
Looks like the LA Times outed him as a liar. They did an investigation.
I told you. You trusted this custodial motherfucker.
Wait, now you're just spoiling.
You in the back
Now
with
you're
a broken mop handle.
You're spoiling the documentary I'm going to watch. I don't care. Don't even tell me about this. Sometimes I put on a documentary. I'm like, no one Google this. I don't even want it. Don't even tell me. I'm still caught up. Why is this whole thing a press for Nolan Ryan, though? That was a picture, right? Was that a picture? Why are all this talking about Nolan Ryan's beef patty and Nolan Ryan's brisket? Like,
he's like a very famous picture.
So is he does he
Nolan?
Now?
What?
He does food now? Or is I would even eat this PLT, this portobello mushroom, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
I actually liked, you know what I liked? I did enjoy the croissant with the brisket in it. That looked pretty good to me. The brisket croissant looks delicious.
Croissant?
Relax. We have a non-Quebec audience, but...
What about the Louisianoids?
But it's not even just Texas is just doing it big. They're doing it really big, and I feel like we have to go. Like, Harley, I know you're planning to go down to... maybe San Antonio. I want to come. I want to go to a baseball game, and I want to eat this food, even though it's probably
we have to go to Salt.
What's that? Just meat and salt.
That's just a place that's we gotta go.
And
I want to eat corn. I want to eat corn
it's
ribs.
A podcast tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I wonder what you're gonna
actually wear. We're going to Tampa, and the Tampa Bay Rays have like one of the better options too. They're rocking this like pretzel dog that's just like a full dog wrapped in pretzel. There's nothing better. Like, I don't even like pretzels. Like, I don't like a pretzel. But if you give me a soft pretzel, it's nice and hot, and some mustard maybe.
I was at Costco the other day, and there were these pretzel balls, and they had one that was just like a dope ass pretzel ball as a sample, and it was great. And they had this other one that was like a cinnamon sugar pretzel ball.
It's kind of like
so good, but they're not there anymore.
Churro.
It was like a churro ball.
That's what Costco does. They do that fleeting shit so that they make you pounce on things because you're afraid it might never be there again.
And now I know to pounce on the next
They definitely get me on that with clothes. Like, I'll see a dope clothing item at Costco, and I'm like, okay, I know you don't come back for it. Dude, all Costco's have different shit a lot of the time, and the one around here, sometimes they pull out some options where I'm like, you didn't.
I've seen that. I got Puma shorts and Puma jogging pants.
I got Woolrich.
I got
button-up shirts.
I got Columbia underwear. I got.
Well, like, are you buying your jeans there?
No, I'm not your dad and my dad.
No. Definitely not buying jeans there.
No.
No.
You know what I mean?
My mom pulls up sometimes. She's like, "I got jeans for you and dad." I'm like, bro, no shot.
It's funny. It's like, you'd think that as you get older, you get sort of less into it, but like, the jeans I wear now are the most expensive jeans I've ever worn. Like, I used to wear fucking...
You know what's funny is that my dad takes my hand-me-downs for clothes.
What's crazy is, like, we've been growing up and like you're always dads become dads. And it was just like how their dad became dad and so on and so
and it was
forth.
it was never going to happen to them until it did.
But
So
the real thing is like the dads that I may be or you may be or that Lynch is right now is just unlike any dad that has existed in any history of our existence.
It's different.
Like there's no shot that my dad Alan knew anyone even close to the person that Lynch is, and he is a dad. And that goes for a lot of my friends that are a dad. There are a couple that are like the dads, they're doing the thing. They do what they think that it is. But I recognize that in
They
this
do what
day
they
and
think
age,
they did.
then what did they tell them? Then what did they tell them? They're like, they're doing the dad thing. And there's also just aspects to daddery that I'm seeing right now. And I'm like, it seems like these new dads that we're getting, like Lynch, these new dad 2.0s, is dad how you want to be dad? You know? Like whatever it is that you're doing, you know? Look at this guy, he's doing a podcast with his hat, the New York hat. Like he's got his little lights behind the couch, but he's still a dad. And he's going to dad harder than any other dad's dadded, but he's doing it this way.
You're right, because I had a little moment of self-reflection, and when I was dropping my daughter off at the daycare line, I pulled up.
You're like, look at all these fucking.
No, I'm like dressed in a full sweatsuit with my hat on. I'm like wearing my running shoes, and I'm like walking out, going in, and I'm like,
you look like Nas.
I wonder, like what people think.
You look like what Donnie would have looked like if Donnie got someone pregnant at 20 and he was dropping his kid off at daycare. Like that's
except it would have been Rockaware.
Yeah, it would have been an iceberg jean suit.
Yeah,
with Pink Panther on the back.
I did have a real moment of like not panic, just like real self-reflection. I was like, maybe I should just wear jeans with a Costco jeans with a nice.
That's how they get you, bro. Don't do that.
New Balance.
You know?
That's how they get you.
Do
the shoes. Is too cool.
Do the shoes. You could do the dad shoes.
I do. I wear Hoka's. I wear Hoka shoes only now. Now I'm just straight up a dad.
You know what I think is actually badass though about the older generations of dads is that it didn't define them. It was kind of more like a thing you did was have kids and have a family. But now it's like, it's such a thing. You're like, there's groups and chats and fucking books and like a whole culture behind parenting. And don't get me, there's always kind of been an undercurrent. No. But like, it didn't define people's existence the way it's like, I'm a parent. It was like, good for fucking you.
Yeah, you sound, bro. That's Lynch. No, I'm kidding. Wait, do you go to those groups at all? Do you have any groups you frequent, like a dad group or something like that?
Online, those groups are toxic as fuck.
Well, Donnie, we have a dad here. Let's hear from the dad. You're not a dad. Respect you.
You're right.
Dad,
you're right. Count.
I've hung out with a few dads, like I've had a few interactions, you know, I'm like, you know, me in general, like I'm already like
this conversation that he was like, bro, those dad groups are toxic. You're like, I've hung out with a couple dads myself.
Like,
played some golf.
Don't even get.
Bro, he golfs with granddads, bro. Don't even.
I golf with all types of people. My golf friends range from age 60 to age 20.
Bro, like the guys that this guy golfs with are the dads of dads, bro.
Yeah,
that's who he's golfing with. You're not even this guy's golfing with dads of dads.
My core group is like 20 years older than me.
I believe it because
he's got dads of dads.
My girlfriend's grandfather is in his late 70s, and he's like a sick-ass golfer, and these young dudes at his club approached him, and they were like, do you want to be on our team for this fucking thing? And they like scouted him out.
Dude,
and he's like, are you kidding me? I got 50 years on you. They're like, no, you could fucking hit the ball, man.
I think golf is one of those things where it's like you play a round of golf with someone. Look, there's definitely some irritated people on there, and you definitely see some arguments break out on the golf
stuck
course.
Behind a slow group.
But you really could like hang out with someone who's older or younger, and you're just playing golf, and you have that common thing you're doing, because golf is just such a fucking difficult thing to do in general.
For you.
No, but I get it. I have that with hiking. You stay in like a cabin in the middle of the fucking mountains, and like you're best friends with all these random people that are in there for the night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
that's
but-
hard
yeah,
too.
but I
Walking
like the
and
4
sleeping.
hours.
Wow, walking and sleeping.
Yeah,
hard.
I like
Very
the
hard.
4 hours that I spend with these people and then I leave. You know what I mean? And like we don't like connect.
No,
It's like,
we fart.
had a good
We
time.
fart in nylon bags together.
Remember when we were like Mount Mansfield, and I kept like ripping ass, but like my legs had both cramped up, so I couldn't really do anything. So I was like rolling around in pain and like farting.
And you got legit mad at me.
Yeah, because I was like, bro, I was suffering, bro, suffering. Like, there's nothing
I
you
was
could have
laughing.
done.
Exactly. I knew there was nothing I could do, so I was just
I'm like
laughing
holding
at the
the
spectacle.
inside of my thighs, and they're both locked up, and there's like only women in the cabin with us, and I'm
And
just
you're whimpering and farting, and I'm laughing, and you're like, "You piece of shit!" And I'm like,
I was
"Bro,
like,
what do you
bro,
want?"
I'm actually hurting right now. I'm actually hurting, and ass is just ripping.
And I'm supposed to help. I'm like, "Oh, I'm on
And
my
he's
way."
laughing. And like the girls on the other side of the cabin are probably pretending to be asleep in the dark, but they're actually like.
They're both digging elbows into each other.
And I still follow them on Be Real. I see their pictures all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to
But
them.
they're not dads though. They don't know what's going down with the dad scene at all, do they?
No, they don't know.
We
They
don't
don't
know
know
how
about this dad shit.
What was the question you asked me about a dad, like me as being the only father in this group? Like,
No, we were just like, you're sick for that, bro. Sick.
oh, thank you. I appreciate
sick
that.
with it.
I want to say one thing. If
Say
you're
it.
watching the last video, maybe this video, you may have come across some just odd comments. And I just want to say ignore those because they actually just don't matter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
We
not-
got.
I'm
Are
a
we
big
going to talk
believer in
about? You're not going to go.
like we
into
don't
this
delete
now.
comments. That's not a thing that we're doing. Like we're not down to delete comments. But if you're confused,
There's a certain spice to the comments that you'll probably
Yes.
recognize. That's not just.
Yeah.
It's not like criticism where it's like, Harley, stop saying like so much. It's going to
Yeah.
be something more along the lines of, well, you'll see.
yeah,
But yeah, no, there was just a whole bunch of drama with creator clash and stuff. And I mean, I was already in the middle of it. So I just inserted myself in a particular stance that I don't think people appreciated.
no, I don't think so.
But
At least a part of the internet.
yeah.
The
But I will
vocal
say, like
part.
the part, like we leave that there, like it's going to be there, and they're not commenting about the podcast specifically. So this is really like the YouTube portion of it. But I do find one thing, like I'm all for people who have a different opinion. Like if you don't agree with me or you don't agree with Harley or Donnie, that's cool, man. Like express that. I have no
Put
issue with that.
ketchup on your pizza.
Yeah, like go for it. Like it could be anything, like, you know, but I find it's always like the laziest and like the most like self-reporting weird thing to do to like go into the comments and like just choose the like
Anti-Semitism.
yeah, like let's go with like the easiest thing we can say that's the most offensive possible. I'm like, maybe just bring like a better argument to the table.
Yeah.
Because I actually don't care. Like I don't care. Like if you disagree and you want to comment about that, like we're not going to delete those
I
comments,
just
dude.
hope they're 17.
So what you're saying,
I really hope
Lynch-
they're 17. I always
Yeah,
think that.
I
I'm like,
agree.
man, I don't want to
agree.
get mad at you if you're 17 because, buddy, if you're 17, I was fucking silly like that
way
too.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, man, I hope you're 17. If you're not 17, don't be like this in front of people. Not in the real
Yeah.
world.
No, but what, like Lynch, you're actually talking about ad hominem attacks. In debate, you can like go after someone's ideas,
Yeah.
but when you run out of ways to represent your argument or to dismantle someone else's argument through facts and logic, you go after the person instead.
Yes.
That's called
Yes.
an ad hominem attack, and it's basically proves that you don't have anything to say and that you just lost. You just lost the debate. So you'd say a stupid thing like, "Oh, you would say that because you're a fucking Jew, or because you're a fucking simp, or because you're a
yeah.
fucking whatever."
Bro, stop giving them inspiration.
Well, that I mean, I'm getting
Dropping
inspiration
bangers
from
right
our-
at Lynch like that live on the podcast.
Bro, they're in the
Hey,
comments now. Go feast your eyes on the comments on YouTube now,
Yeah.
and it's all in there. But
Well, it's like being like you're in like
Look.
having a debate and someone's like, I'm gonna beat you up, you know?
yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's like
that's
cool.
what I'm gonna do. And like, listen, I'm sure I've been guilty of that at some point in my life where
I'm gonna do it
Actually,
tonight.
I could beat you up right now, but I just find like the hate and just like the weird. I just find it lazy and dumb and like really stupid. And like we don't delete comments, so they're gonna be there. I'm like, that's on you, bro. You know?
Yeah.
It's so funny because I'm removed from this shit in that I'm not in the YouTube drama, and like I didn't know about any of this until I started reading comments and kind of. Haven't even spoken to Harley about any of this until tonight, but I was on the phone with you, Lynch, and I was telling you my take on it, and then I spoke to Harley and I found out that it was the exact take that he's getting flack for, which is say whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want. No one's trying to stop you from doing that. But then when there's a consequence, that's just the other side of the coin. You get to say what you want, and so do other people. So when other people say, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to do this, it's like, that's called a consequence. You can say what you want. You're free from restraint in what you say, but you're not free from the consequences that follow what you say.
And that's I'm actually big with that. I people could say honestly whatever they want. I'm cool with that. Whatever. I just as someone like me who does say some crazy stuff, I kind of know when I shouldn't. Like I like to walk the line. I feel like I'm pretty good at walking the line. Maybe someone else will tell me like, "No, you shouldn't have it." I'm like, "No, I'm good at it though." But there's just times where there's no shot I would do or say a particular thing. Well, listen, Creator Clash 2 is happening April 15th. It's still for a good cause. I hope John Morrison's been training because if the fight was tonight, even I'm ready to go, baby. And all that other noise, I think that's going to blow over. Yeah. So I don't even think we need to talk about it that much. Silly drama and stuff like that. But you guys are all beauties. Thank you for listening to the Binge Eater podcast. Here with Big Lynch, sickest dad on the podcast, Donnie Duckets, oldest guy on the podcast, and me.
Oldest man.
Just me, the sauce boss. All right, guys, trust no one except us and stay hydrated. Peace.